And the Lord spoke this to me. He said, Rick, you have got to become what you don't have. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Rundown with Rick Pino. Every Monday through Friday, I am bringing you daily encouragements to hopefully help you along your walk with God. Today, I've got a message for you out of 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 15. So Paul the Apostle is exhorting us about what it means to be a father or a mother in the faith. But I'm going to put a little twist on this today and submit something to you. Let's look at it. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 15. Paul the Apostle is saying this to us. For though you have 10,000 teachers, you have not many fathers. This is such an incredible thing to consider when it comes to the worship movement, okay? I'm a worshiper. You guys and gals know that. I want to speak for a moment to the worship movement. Listen, worshipers, worship movement. Paul the Apostle said we have 10,000 teachers, not many fathers. I say we have 10,000 worship leaders, but not many worship mothers or worship fathers. So many of us watching right now wished that we could have had a mother or a father in the place of worship. And a lot of us are striving and struggling to try to just break through to that next level. And if only we had a mentor, only we had a mom, a dad who could help us along our worship journey. I was in this exact same place a number of years ago, and I was crying out to the Lord, I wish I had just a spiritual father in worship. I wish there was a spiritual mother in worship who could help me and encourage me. And the Lord spoke this to me. He said, Rick, you have got to become what you don't have. And friends, this was a complete change for me in my thinking and my perspective, because here's the thing. When I was coming up, in my early years of walking with the Lord, all the spiritual moms and dads were like in their 40s, 50s, or mostly in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and they were awesome. And my thought was that like I can't become a worship father until I'm like 60 or 70, right? And the Lord set me in motion with that one phrase, become what you don't have. And that's how come for the past 4 or 5 years now, I've been giving myself to the place of training, equipping, mentorship, coaching, courses, all of the different things that we put out on worship. That's the primary reason why I've been giving myself to that, because I wished somebody could have helped me along my journey. If I could become something like that for you or for somebody else along their journey, then I wanted to become what I didn't have at that time. Now, let's break this down into a practical thing. That's kind of my story. Let's get practical with this, okay? What does it mean to be a worship mother or a worship father? For me, it's very, very simple. When you can joyfully watch somebody else pass you up, then you're ready to be a worship mother or a worship father, okay? Moms and dads, real, like in the flesh, moms and dads, you have children. You guys know just as well as I do. I have 3 natural kids, many spiritual kids, but we know this. Our greatest joy as mothers and fathers is not to keep anybody underneath us. You don't look at your kids and go, man, you better stay, not knowing and not behaving and not, being mature. You better stay immature and make sure you never pass me up, quote unquote. I'm always going to be more mature, more awesome, more established than you. No, real moms and dads, good moms and dads know that our biggest heart when it comes to our kids is for them to get it quicker than we got it and to give our lives, give our time, our support, our wisdom, our opportunity, all of it, to give it freely to them so that they can get it quicker than we got, so that they can pass us up. This is the Jesus discipleship model, okay? Jesus said this. He said, disciples, come over here. I'm giving you paraphrases, okay? Jesus calls his disciples to him, and round 1, he says, guys, watch me do this. Then round 2, Jesus says, guys, let's do this together. Round 3, Jesus goes, okay, you guys do it now. I'm going to sit here and watch and be there for you as support. But then round 4, Jesus breathes on his disciples. He says, receive the Holy Spirit. And then he says, greater things will you do than I have even done. This is the heart of the Father on the inside of Jesus. A mother's heart, a father's heart is to do this, to raise your disciplees or your kids into your peers as soon as possible so that they can be positioned to pass you up as soon as possible. Now, obviously, Jesus prepared for 30 years so that his disciples only had to prepare for 3. There is a spirit of acceleration that is released when we begin to give ourselves into the next generation and begin to sow our wisdom, our opportunity, our times to sow that into the next generation. And friends, I'm telling you, there's an acceleration that happens when we give ourselves to the place of mothering and fathering. Again, somebody asked me, Rick, how do you know when you're ready to be a worship mother or worship father? It's very simple. When you can joyfully watch somebody else pass you up. Because mothers and fathers know it's not about us just always having our kids staying under us in immaturity. It's about us giving our lives to them so that they can have a better future, that they could be more successful, that they would be more mature than us at a younger age simply because we take the time to sow ourselves into them, friends. That's what it means to be a worship mother or a worship father. Too many people out here still trying to be the superstar and trying to make the hit records. Nothing wrong if you have some notoriety or you're making albums, but if you can't see that the generation coming after you is more important than your little thing or your little kingdom, then you are not a mother or a father. You potentially could be a jealous older brother or a jealous older sister. And you don't want that. Listen, the old school church people used to say it like this: brothers compete, but fathers or mothers complete. Whenever you're around a real mother or father in the spirit, there's not a competition with them. You're not trying to one up each other. When you're around a real father or mother of worship, they make you feel like you can do anything. They empower you, they encourage you, they champion you. And that's how you know that you found the real thing. Or in our case, that's how you know when you've become the real thing, when you're not jealous of somebody passing you up, but you're excited to see them take it to the next level, maybe even to a double portion, hopefully, right? So friends, that's my encouragement to you today. We have 10,000 worship leaders, but not many worship mothers or worship fathers. How do you know you're ready? When you can joyfully watch somebody else pass you up. Friends, this has been the rundown today. I hope it's been an encouragement to you. I just really praying that we grab this, man. This is a huge, huge part of my heart. And I want to see the worship movement go to a double portion. We're not going to get there until we see mothers and fathers of worship arise, all right? Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Bless you.